Hello, my name is Jordan Schutz and I work at MuleSoft as a developer advocate. Today, we're going to continue our DataWeave Getting Started guides, and in this specific video, we're going to be focusing on mathematical equations and also splitting up strings and manipulating them. So what you'll see on the left-hand side is we have a payload with an IP address. And on our script, what we've defined is we want to split up this payload into different sections, and we want to split it up by period. So what you'll see on the output is that we have each element of the original payload split up into an array. And so there may be cases where you're dealing with a huge string and you want to concatenate values, you want to add things to the string, you want to remove things from the string. And so what we can do is we can actually concatenate and we can, let's say, add a port to the IP address. But what you'll notice on the right-hand side is that it still is not in the correct format. So we can use the join by command, which essentially joins all the elements together, and we can specify what we want to join them by. And in this case, we're going to do it by the period, since that's how we originally split up the array. So now you'll see on the output, we have the correct value and we have the port added to the original IP address. So that's really how easy it is to use the split by and join by commands in DataWeave. And so there's going to be a few other commands that I want to show you that are very simple, but that a lot of developers need to use on a daily basis, and I think would be beneficial for you guys to know. So there is a command in DataWeave that's already pre-baked in called UUID. And this is very, very common for developers to use a UUID to basically identify unique users and generate a token. So that way, if they have, let's say, the same first name, the same last name, they don't get misrepresented in the database, and there is a unique token that identifies that specific user. And so we have that pre-baked into DataWeave, which is really, really nice. There are also some other commands when you're dealing with numbers that are really important to know, where if you actually import the library DataWeave core numbers, we have a bunch of functions that actually allow you to convert different payloads into different outputs. So as you can see, we can convert numbers into hexadecimal, into binary, and then also from hexadecimal, from binary, from radix. So basically, when you have a payload, you might have a payload that's in binary and you need to convert that into another format. And so if you import this numbers function, we actually handle all that heavy lifting for you to make the data transformation process very, very simple. So there may be other cases where you actually have a string and you want to, let's say, replace a certain value in a string. And so what we can do is we can basically provide DataWeave with a string, and let's say California 94117, which is the zip code. And let's say we want to replace 94117 with the string zip. We can do that with the replace function, and DataWeave makes that very simple for you. So the next thing I'd like to take a look at is the scan command in DataWeave, and this is a very common command that many developers use because it allows them to actually implement the regular expression language, or regex for short, into their applications to basically sort through strings and find matches for email addresses, for phone numbers, and there's so many use cases on why you use the scan command in DataWeave. And I'm not going to get too in depth on how regex works. There's actually tons of developer tutorials on YouTube, and there's tons of documentation out there on the web. It's a pretty universal language, so it should be pretty easy to get started with. However, for this case, it's a very simple example where we have an email address and we want to scan through that email address and basically output each match into the final payload. So we actually define the entire expression by these forward slashes. And then what we're saying here is that we're basically saying find any value before the @ that's A through Z and all the values. And then after the @ once again, find any value that's A through Z after all the values. And then basically anything that's before .com, list all those matches. So you'll see in the output, we have 3 matches. We have the entire string, because that's one match that matches this entire expression. Then we have another match, which is Max the Mule, because it's before the @ which is located here. And then we have another match here, which is MuleSoft. And that's why the output has 3 different expressions in the array. So last but not least, I want to just go over some very basic math functions in DataWeave that some people might not be familiar with. But what you're able to do is if there's a payload, and let's say you have a few numbers and you want to sum those up and add them all together, you can use the sum command to do that. But let's say you want to take the average of these numbers and maybe you want to take the square root. We can easily just add the square root function and the average function, and we will get the desired output that we want. So there is tons of mathematical formulas that you can do in DataWeave, and we make it very simple for you to create complex data transformations that add, subtract numbers, and also you can do tons of string manipulation and editing with DataWeave. So this is a very powerful language that is really in your back pocket for developers to create these complex transformations. So thank you so much for watching this series. I hope that it helped you. Please leave any comments down below if you have any questions or want us to cover any other concepts in DataWeave. You can also reach out to us at MuleDev on Twitter, and we will get back to you, and we would love to hear your feedback. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great one. Bye-bye.